What's going on, guys? This is VinylicPuma, back with another Fallout 4 video, and today I figured it could be fun to go over 10 of what I think are some of the best female armor mods that are available for this game. Now, before we start, and while it should really go without saying, this video, along with its rankings, are going to be highly subjective as we're discussing mods, and what I tend to prefer may not be what you prefer. With that in mind, think of this video as more of a means to discover mods you may or may not have been aware of, rather than a straight-up comparison of various mod authors' female armor mods. Also, this video is primarily going to focus on armors that tend to be more conservative in appearance, rather than on ones that are more revealing. And most of the mods I've picked here are typically easier to install, and usually only require maybe the DLC, and maybe CBBE, and Body Slide in a few cases. Finally, most of these mods I'm going over here are PC exclusive, but I will include Xbox One links provided a mod supports it. So you'll be able to enjoy it on that platform as well. But enough intro, let's get into the video, starting with our 10th entry, which is going to be the Just Another Piper outfit by Friffy. So this mod is basically a mashup that revamps Piper's custom red leather trench coat from vanilla into something that looks a bit better. In particular, the areas around the boots and upper parts of the trench coat are the same, while the mod author notes that he borrowed the jeans that are being used from the JC Shirt and Jeans mod, while the shirt was borrowed from the Commonwealth Shorts mod. You also get Piper's signature hat here as well, which is pretty much unchanged from the original, which makes this a perfect mod to download for both your own player character, or if you just want to give Piper a slightly different look. Now, normally, this mod is meant to be a replacer for the standard red leather trench coat that Piper wears. However, it is worth noting that there is a standalone version available in the Nexus, so if you want to retain Piper's original appearance, you can always download that version if you wish. Either way, I think you'll be pretty happy with this mod. In order to get the outfit, and if you install the replacer, just look for Piper to get this outfit in-game, and if you install the standalone version, you should be able to craft it at a nearby chemistry station. Number 9. The Prudy Vault Jumpsuit Mashup by Elianora, Dixie Pig, Elise, and Onenigma. This version of the female vault suit is a mashup of mods compiled by Elianora that's basically a more conservative version of a certain and somewhat famous apparel mod by Dixie Pig called the Tschutschi Vault Jumpsuit. Unlike the Dixie Pig mod, which features an open top, the Prudy Vault Jumpsuit features a closed top and features a more black and white aesthetic, as opposed to a blue and yellow one. Personally, I think I like this color scheme a bit more since it looks more tactical, and functionally speaking, this is basically just a vault suit with the ability to upgrade your lining and equip armor pieces if you wish to do so. Albeit, I think this vault suit is a lot cooler looking than the vanilla vault suit and can serve as a nice alternative for your female characters. According to the description, this mod was made for CBBE, however, you can also use it with the vanilla body. So if you don't have CBBE or you don't want to install CBBE, this could be a good armor/apparel mod to pick up. Plus, it's also available on Xbox One, so if you want this thing, simply install the mod and then check your chemistry station in order to craft it. Number 8. The Kerrigan Bodysuit by Guffeh, a name I can't pronounce, and Vostak. While this is a relatively old mod at this point, it's a female armor mod that's based off of the same bodysuit that's worn by Sarah Kerrigan in the StarCraft franchise. In particular, this armor replicates Kerrigan's appearance in StarCraft 2, where she has been dezerged and wears a bodysuit as opposed to the ghost armor with pauldrons. In its base form, this mod comes with the bodysuit itself, along with a collar piece and glasses. The collar piece can be used to make the areas around the neck look a little more aesthetically pleasing, while the glasses can come with either a pushed back or over eyes appearance, potentially allowing the player to stylize their look for screenshots and such. On top of that, the bodysuit itself also supports ballistic weave for enhanced resistances. You can modify it to have different colors, and you can equip various armor pieces to the suit if you want to have even more resistances. So you could potentially even combine this with a few other armor mods to really get the look that you want. What's also kind of nice about this mod is that this mod doesn't require CBBE, though if you want CBBE functionality, you'll have to download a mod that adds it, as this mod in its base form doesn't support it. So just be wary of that if you like CBBE and this armor looks interesting to you. Once installed, you can craft this thing at any chemistry station. Number 7. The Overboss outfit by Deserter X. So the Overboss outfit is partially inspired by Nuke World and basically consists of a coat that you can wear on top of 4 different dress types. There is a stocking dress type, there is a fishnet dress type, a tights dress type, and a just plain socks dress type. Of the 4, I think I prefer the stocking and tights dress combos, as the other 2 are a little too crazy for me personally. However, I think all 4 dress variants go really well with the jacket, which interestingly isn't necessarily tied to the dress itself, meaning you can potentially wear this jacket with other outfits that you may have. Otherwise, I don't think there's a whole lot else to say about this entry other than it doesn't require any external modifications to get it to work. Though, and with that said, if you do have CBBE, this outfit is compatible with that, so you should be able to get this to work with that mod. Once installed, you should be able to obtain this from any chemistry station under the Overboss tab. Number 6. The Tera Rogue Mashup by Elianora, Derpsdale, and Tera. I'll go ahead and I'll say it now, but I really like a few of Elianora's mashups and really like this one in particular. As you can pick up on by the name, this mashup borrows heavily from the Tera Rogue armor by Derpsdale that was originally inspired by the same armor that appears in Tera Online. The biggest change with Elianora's mashup, though, revolves around the corset, which in the original is a lot more revealing, where here, a lot of the cleavage is covered by a skin-tight suit and additional corset. Maybe it's just me, but I actually prefer the look of this to the original Tera Rogue armor, as I think it contours to the female form better and looks more like a functional piece of armor. Overall, I think this thing looks pretty awesome and is a pretty cool take on a fairly popular female armor mod for Fallout 4. Plus, and like Elianora's Vault Jumpsuit mod, this does have an Xbox One version, so if you can't download some of the mods from this video, you can always download this. Once installed, you can obtain this outfit by simply crafting it at a chemistry station under the Tera Rogue Eli tab. Number 5. The Ranger Armor by Alecu, and a name I can't pronounce. So, the Ranger Armor is actually based on a mod that was ported from Skyrim of the same name that was originally created by Alecu, and was subsequently ported over to Fallout 4 by the name I can't pronounce. What's really interesting about this outfit is that despite a lot of its more runic and medieval type patterns on the leather, I sort of feel like this mod fits pretty well in Fallout 4 and could potentially serve as a great alternative to leather armors on your female characters. I also really like the asymmetrical design here as well, with the left leg being noticeably more covered, while the right leg sort of looks like the boot has just been extended. I think my only complaint with this mod is that there are apparently different colors for it. However, rather than going into the game to change them at a workbench, you have to manually replace the textures in the mod files, which is unfortunate and, in my opinion, inconvenient. Despite that issue though, this is a great looking armor for your female characters, and if you want it, make sure you install it and then simply craft it at a chemistry station. Number 4. The Banshee Recon Armor by Deserter X. This armor is a highly customizable and alluring female armor that sort of reminds me of something that you might see out of Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain or Tomb Raider. You've got a decent amount of armor in the torso area with some short jeans and some netting on the arms and legs. You can also alter the theme of this armor as well with a green camo color, a black recon color, a black and gray navy color, as well as a tan-colored desert color. One of the cooler aspects of this armor, though, is that you can look directly at the back of the breastplate or torso piece in order to tell what kind of stats and mod customizations are equipped. You'll notice that there are these little bits of text here which indicate all of this, and it's a really nice touch that's somewhat reminiscent of something you might see in Dead Space. And speaking of customizations, this thing offers ballistic weave that's independent of a railroad allegiance, and you can set up a chameleon function which will allow you to auto-cloak yourself like you would if you were using a stealth boy, which is pretty cool. Ultimately, I think this is a really nice armor mod for female characters, and while you will need CBBE installed in order to get it to work properly, it's a really good looking armor that has some unique features. If you want it in-game, just make sure you have the mod installed and then head over to the National Guard Depot on the eastern part of the map in order to find its loot location. Number 3. The Steampunk Gunslinger outfit. Like the Prudy Vault Jumpsuit and Tera Rogue Mashup, the Steampunk Gunslinger outfit is yet another mashup style mod from Elianora that features assets from a number of other different clothing mods. The primary mod this outfit is based on, though, is Elianora's own Gunslinger outfit mod, which makes the player look more like a gunslinger. However, the Steampunk Gunslinger is a more streamlined design that features a lot of buckles that, in my opinion, contours to the female form a lot better. With this mod, you get 2 outfits and a cowboy hat, with one of the outfits not including a jacket and the other including a jacket. The jacket mostly covers the shoulders and upper arms and vaguely reminds me of something that Cass might have worn from New Vegas. The non-jacket version, on the other hand, is sleeveless and seems like it would be more ideal for warmer weather. Gameplay-wise, the Steampunk Gunslinger also provides some stat boosts as well, with the hat providing 2 luck and the outfit itself providing 2 charisma. You're also getting ballistic weave compatibility as well as the ability to wear armor pieces over this armor, so you can do that if you wish. This mod does have an Xbox One version, so I'll include download links for that in the description. Otherwise, just make sure you have this mod installed and then simply craft it at a chemistry station. Number 2. Valerian Armor by N7R. So this is a female armor mod that is inspired by a movie that came out a few years ago called Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. The armor shown here is worn by the female lead character Loreline, and at least at the time of making this video, there is no male version, making this a female armor exclusively. I've got to admit that, like the mod author, I really liked the look of this particular armor when we saw the trailers for the movie, and when it comes to this version, I've got to say that I really like how it looks. Cosmetically speaking, this armor comes in a variety of different colors with battle-scarred and clean versions, and you can also customize the color of the lights that appear on the armor itself. Personally, and as you can see here, I tend to prefer the blue base color with blue lights as it reminds me more of a vault suit, but you should certainly experiment with different colors to see what you find you like. What's also nice about this armor is that it doesn't need any other mods to get it to work, so you can just plop it onto a female character save you've got. Though, and with that said, the mod author does mention that the armor uses CBBE's curvy body as a default, so I'd recommend you download CBBE to get the armor to look correct. Like many of the other female armors I've covered so far, in order to get this thing in-game, simply install it and then craft it at a chemistry station. And finally, number 1, the Black Widow Armor by Deserter X. The Black Widow Armor is an extremely popular female armor mod that's pretty reminiscent of Maxon's battle coat from the vanilla game. So there's a good chance that if you really like the battle coat, you're probably going to like this particular armor. Beyond that though, the Black Widow Armor comes with a suit and helmet that are totally black in appearance. The suit itself consists of both the coat and what appears to be a tight armor-plated undersuit that can have a ballistic weave applied to it without the need to join the railroad. As for the helmet, you can alter the color of the 3 lights that appear, and you can also activate Underworld Vision to help detect the souls of your enemies. You may find that from a gameplay perspective, this Underworld Vision can be used to highlight certain enemies through walls, making them much easier to pick off with suppressed snipers or whatever other weapons you have. So in addition to being pleasing to the eye, the Black Widow armor is also a very functional armor that can also change up your gameplay experience. Ultimately, this is one of my favorite female armor mods, and if you're trying to get this armor after you've installed it, be sure to visit the Wildwood Cemetery in order to acquire it. Alright guys, I think that's going to wrap up this particular video. If you liked this video, feel free to leave a like, click the bell so you can be notified when I upload more videos, and as always, thank you all so much for supporting this channel. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next one.